What's up, YouTube? I'm back in the still standing garage, and today we're gonna try to start the 79 Monte. It's been over 15 years since this car has started, from what I was told from the previous owner. But before I go ahead and start cranking on it, I want to replace a couple of things. Got the cap and rotor kit. I'm gonna replace that. The spark plug wires, I'm gonna replace those. I do have the coil for the distributor as well. Got the spark plugs, and I got the oil filter, and I got some cheap oil. I am planning on replacing the oil later on, so it doesn't matter. Same thing with the spark plugs. I know they're gonna get saturated because I am gonna pour down some of this mystery oil down the spark plug hose, and I know they're gonna get wet. You know, the spark plugs are gonna get wet with that, so it's all good. I also bought a fuel filter that I'm gonna place in between the tank and the fuel pump just to see if there's any rust in the gas tank. It is a clear fuel filter. I have the hose here as well. I did go to Harbor Freight and I bought me one of these remote starter switch. It hooks up to the starter so I can start it from the outside of the car. This was about 12 bucks. I think I seen it on Summit for like 30 bucks. But if this does the same thing, why not? You know, Harbor Freight for the win. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna start doing that. I am gonna put some fresh gas in the gas tank so that way we could get it going. Let's go. So before replacing the spark plug, put some of these on, some of this in there. Just pouring a little bit in there. I'm gonna replace it with new spark plugs. I'll do that to every single one. Got the fuel filter in, it's ready to go. Got the push button ready to go. I'm I'm gonna fill up the bowl with some gas, put some gas through here, put some gas through here, and then we're gonna crank it, see what happens. So it looks like the tank looks pretty clean. There's not that much crap in there. Obviously I didn't leave it running for too long, but it looks like there's a couple things in there. But other than that, it looks pretty good. A lot of this stuff I need to vacuum up and remove, because that's what's burning right now. But it's completely running. It actually runs. All right, YouTube. So the car only stayed on for a few minutes. I turned it off because I didn't want the thermostat to open up when it came to operating temperature. I don't want any of that gunk, if there is any, to go into the rest of the system. I do want to flush it out, but that's going to be later on. I also need to replace a lot of the vacuum lines. There's a lot of vacuum leaks in there. So I just wanted to see if the motor started. I did kind of give up on it. I didn't want to keep cranking on it because it wouldn't turn on from the outside, as you guys saw. And then I jumped in the car. And started pumping the gas and started cranking on it, and it actually turned on. That's why the camera cuts back on when the car's already on. So I'm glad that went down the way that it did. So the brush was broken on the old cap. It was sitting on top of the rotor. So I'm glad I replaced that. The coil, I didn't want to take a chance on that. That's why I replaced that one. And look at these old spark plug wires. They're all busted. So I did end up buying the cheapest ones. These are the box for the new ones. These are the cheapest ones you could buy at O'Reilly's, but I am planning on replacing them later on. I just wanted to see if the car started. I am working on the bumpers for the 78 Monte. This one's almost ready for primer. Got to do the back bumper still, so stay tuned for those videos. Getting closer to paint the 78. Follow along and subscribe. Let's go.